welcome to the Law of Positivism podcast. I'm your host, Shireen, and I'm the creator of Law of Positivism. I'm here to help you on your spiritual and healing journey. I am a certified yoga and meditation teacher, a student of Chinese medicine, a doula, a Reiki practitioner, and a passionate, highly sensitive person. I want to use my knowledge to channel information and messages for you to grow on all levels. Hi, and welcome to this week's episode. I hope you are feeling so abundant and grateful today. I'm so grateful that you're here, and I'm really excited about this week's podcast. And first, I just want to thank everyone who have shared the podcast on Instagram and Facebook, who have submitted reviews and ratings on iTunes, and also for all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. I always do an oracle card reading for those who do any of these things, so just DM me if you have shared or if you want to share a review on iTunes. Thank you so much. And this week I have an amazing podcast guest. Her name is Camilla Åkerström. She is a priestess, a starseed, wayshower, earthkeeper, gatekeeper, gridworker, a visionary, a doula, a playful sister and mother on her journey in life. And she walks the path of love and has her roots within the ancient lineage of mothers of the world. She's holding the codes of the white rose to anchor in the north. And she is part of the white rose community in the north. She is a priestess who offers sessions, circles, retreats, and deep soul journeys as a conduit of divine love, as teacher and sister. She also offers sacred journeys to special places around the world, and she also is a facilitator of priestess trainings of the rose. And this week we covered the topics around cosmic sisterhood, the white rose, what it means to be a priestess of the new earth, healing the feminine and the masculine. We share about soulful pregnancy, sacred births, light codes, and activations. And I really hope you enjoy this podcast as well. And if you do, please share your review on iTunes, subscribe to the podcast and also my YouTube channel. Yeah, and just let me know if you have any questions or suggestions for upcoming podcasts. So just enjoy today's episode. Hi, Camilla.
Hi, Shireen.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much. It's really an honor to be here together with you.
I'm so honored to have you here, and I'm so excited and filled up with joy to have this conversation with you. It's going to be a very interesting conversation. And I always start by asking, how do you stay mindful and present?
Yeah, and that question is really a very big question. And for me, well, mindful is to quiet your mind and to drop your mind into your heart. And also being present is also for me like coming back to your divine presence into our beingness, and that is being in the now. So what I do is I do my daily practice, and I try to stay conscious in every step and every breath I take, so I really can be more in the now and be present. And that is has been for me a very, very long journey and still is. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Thank
Thank
you.
you for sharing. And yeah, so we've known each other for a while, but not physically. So we've met in this online space, and just crossed paths in a really beautiful way. And I think it would be interesting if you could share with the listeners who you are and what you do to start with.
Yeah, I do a lot of things. I am really here to, first of all, embody my soul on earth, as you and I believe all the listeners are. And since I've been connected, you could say, and understanding, not yet full understanding of why I'm here on earth, I'm just here to try to learn to live love, actually. And what I do is sharing with not only people, but I'm here to create space. I'm a space holder, a sacred space holder, you could say. That's really what I do. And also call in sisters and brothers, not only for remembering who they are, but also deepening into being who they are. I run a lot of workshops and retreats and online courses, and I also go to special places that I'm called to be in service for Gaia and to anchoring the light, and also a lot of all the new codes that is coming in. Yeah, so there is much, and I'm a sister, and I'm a mother, and I am a woman, and I'm on my divine journey.
And how did you start walking this path that you're on?
Well, for many, many years, I was a seeker and the seeker of truth. And that took me to many places around the world, to many teachers around the world, as I was searching for something, and I, putting it out of myself, and had this longing and this deep longing within my heart of God. You could say beloved God. And that took me on a really beautiful journey through many different lineages. I was walking the shamanic path for a while until I came to this place where my soul remembered, and also remembered higher frequencies. And that really brought me back to myself and back into my heart and into my soul, because it was like a shift where the seeking became a finding, and that I understood that everything is from within. So the path has taken me to many different lineages and back to my soul, back to Divine Mother, Ancient Lineage of Mothers of the world. And and here I am now, still on the path, but it's like the path is becoming the pathless path in this expansion of awareness and beingness. And I think for me, as for many women, the really shift was when I was I came in contact with and was doing a lot of womb work, and really connected with my own womb, and also the sacred feminine and deep womb healing, And also that connected me deeper into the womb of Gaia and the cosmic womb. And this threesome, you could say, in this beautiful, loving relationship. Yeah, so that is in this incarnation. And I mean, we have had many. I'm an old soul as you, and many of our sisters out there, and we have been journeying together in many lifetimes. So we are coming here now, gathering again, and that is so beautiful, very, very beautiful.
Yes, and so important. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot happening now, and I think it's obvious that we are actually shifting now, like on a bigger scale. So it's beautiful to have those that can hold space, and to also just there's also a grounding that is being done now. So it's it's beautiful. And you work as a priestess, and you have maybe you can tell the listeners about the white rose.
Yeah, thank you. I would really love that. I am I'm carrying the white flame within my soul, and that's like a special light codes, you could say, or a special sparkle that I've been incarnated many, many times, working in the temples of the light, working as a working. It's not working. It's for me. It's like a beingness. It's the calling of the soul. It's being in deep, deep service to Gaia and humanity, and that is like one of my soul signatures, and also why I'm here right now. And so for me, the priestess is not like a work. It's more a way of living. Priestess is for me, it's not a title nor a identity or an archetype. It is how I see it, really, the sparkle of creation that I and many with me, like you and many other sisters out there, is holding within our souls. And it is this deep, deep essence of the divine, of the divine feminine aspect of the creator, and also that is holding the codes or the wisdom of creation within our wombs that connects us to the cosmic sisterhood. So I'm carrying these codes and wisdom within my soul, and one of my missions here in this incarnation is actually to anchor it again onto earth. And the white flame has not been anchored. It was, like taken away for a long, long time. Like when the fall of Lemuria, it was taken away to another galaxy, and is kept there so it's been kept safe. And then now it's really coming back, and the high consciousness and frequency is holding is now being anchored back here on earth in some different places, and where I been blessed of being here and doing this sacred work. So we have a temple outside Stockholm in Sweden, where me and together with other sisters and brothers in a circle that is called the White Rose. It's holding the teachings, the codes, and the vibration frequency of the white flame, and anchor these energies and this light here on earth. And we've been traveling around to different places on the planet to also do this sacred work to anchor this light, you can say. And then I'm like the vessel or container or one of many, but it's now bringing all those teachings into form to also share it with the world and with sisters and brothers. And so this is what I'm doing. I'm holding this space, bringing the teachings into form, and then sharing it to sisters and brothers in different programs or retreats or trainings. And now we have this. I'm so excited. Actually, I'm so honored. We just opened a new program for sisters. It's Priestess of the New Earth. That is really, with all this new, in this shift that we're now in and all these new frequencies, to learn to embody and to hold this new light or the new codes that is coming in, because that is why we're here, to embody our souls on earth and into our bodies, our physical bodies. So this is a very fun and sacred work I am here to do, and also to share with you and others in the world. Yeah. So we are slowly, organically growing. And it's also because this is so, as you said, Shreen, it's so exciting to be here in this time. I mean, we have all chosen to be here and to come together and in this shift into this very special moment in the whole universe where it's new. I mean, everything that is coming now, it's rebirthing new, like new way of thinking, new way of acting, new way of living. And that is really so excited. Yeah.
Yeah, we knew that a lot had to change in the world we have entered this new age, and but it was really hard to foresee like how the change would come. And I think what's happened now is also like it's an inner evolution, it's a collective evolution, and it's really felt on a deep level. It's been quite intense weeks out there, and it's really sometimes hard to explain like this calmness within when we are in the middle of something, because first of all, we are so attached to everything external from us because we don't know our inner world really. We neglect it, and we feel so small, but we're not. So I think it's been, and for us that are working with this shift, and we are like, we have prepared for a shift. It's like you can feel what is going on, but it's not internalized in that way, which is, yeah, it is. You need a lot of grounding right now to be able to help the collective as well. And it just shows how important it is to work on other levels than what we have been focusing on. So I think it's really beautiful. And for me, like the whole work with the divine feminine, with the goddess, like everything resonates with me. And it's been really a couple of years on my own path with that, and connecting back to the womb, and just like right now, if we are sensing what is going on, we can also connect to that wisdom within us. So I think it's really important, and the sisterhood part is important, and something that I'm really passionate about, to like break this lineage and the passed down wounds and pain that we are carrying, and to heal that together, and to remember her again. That's like, I think that is the core of my work as well. So maybe we can talk about the cosmic sisterhood, if you would like.
Yes, I would love that very, very much. And it's the cosmic sisterhood. It is so important how I see. I mean, we are many that are within the cosmic sisterhood, and as you said, Shireen, our inner work is so important, and also to detach to a lot of stories or like the history, because we are now in a place or evolve into a place where there is no past and there is no future, it's only in the now moment. So for me, it's also like when we, come up and that we want to fight against things, and the reclaiming and the fierceness. It's like old. We are here to come together in a new way, and to as you say, remember her, both for men and women, and not only remember her, is also being her. Because for me, in many that I meet, both men and women, it's also like holding a grief. In the remembrance, we need to, that we're holding within our soul, because all those qualities, the resources, each and everyone is holding within. And when there was a time where we were living in unity and in love, but also the learning and the journey of the duality, and also the shadow parts of it. But I also do hold space for men and for men's circles, and so many. I think this is very important also to share this, because so many men are holding, with deep within their heart, they are holding grief, and they're and sisters also, of course, not only these brothers, but they're also holding a grief from the remembrance of her, and that they lost connection with the divine feminine and the divine mother. So for us to remember, and it's like us remembering within our souls, is also coming here into this very moment where we, like stepping into the path of forgiveness and reconnect with the sisterhood in a really, to say, healthy and divine way. It's so far beyond, judgments and all the stuff that is have a lower consciousness, and opening for our, true belonging. I don't know if that's the right word, but I say true belonging, and really the connection with the Divine Mother, and the honoring. It's about reclaiming self, but also the honoring to each and everyone, and the honoring of the Mother, the Great Mother. And that is why it's so important. I feel like it's a returning of the cosmic sisterhood, and not to fight against someone or, like justify. It's really to re-entering this huge field of divine love, and to remember the wisdom that is held in this consciousness, that all those sisters that is connected or belonging to the cosmic sisterhood. And it's like pure source energy, pure source frequency, but in the divine feminine quality, you may say. And to hold everything in this vast, great cosmic womb. So there's a lot of women and sisters that is so connected to the cosmic sisterhood, to the Marys, to Mother Mary, to the Divine Mother, that is holding a special frequency within their souls. And to, what you say, they're helping to bring this consciousness to earth. Is that, do you understand what I'm, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like I entered
Yes,
a different
yes, I know
state,
it
so
can be so.
I was just I'm
Yes,
like, yes, because it's been I have to say that, and I agree with everything. It's like yes, 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 and it's so hard to. There's so much to that one would like to say, and it's so hard to put words on it because it's not. I just observed since I'm in the yoga world, and there's so many techniques to do certain things and to like ascend and to like all of these things. And then I just realized, but that's a state that should and is natural to move in and out from, but it's so hard because many of us are so blocked from doing that. So we need to have a lot of practices, a lot of like focus to do that. And then me, like I'm listening to you now, and then I'm like all over the place. And this week, these past days have been like I go in and out of periods when I'm really getting downloads. I can like hear frequencies. I can like it's like in my physical ears, and I've been having a couple of days of that, and also very divine synchronicities. Just connecting back to the sisterhood part, I'm really all the sisters that I have met have been so divinely synchronized, like connecting with you, connecting with a lot of like amazing people that I've had a long history with, and it's just that's a remembrance as well. And I had this crazy synchronization this morning. I had like this vivid dream that because I was meeting a friend today, and we decided to meet at 10 in the morning, and I had this dream that I was talking to her on the phone or something, and she left me like this clay board, like the old like or like a stone clayish board where you can write. And she wrote to me, I will be late, I'll meet you at 10:17. And then I think I woke up and I'm like, okay, what an odd number, like 10:17. And then this morning, and she's also like this divine sister, and she said, oh, like right before 10, like, oh, I'm just going to be a little bit late. Yeah, something happened. And I was just thinking, I hope that this, like, I wonder if this is something with the dream I had. And she showed up exactly 10:17 outside my door. So it's so much happening right now, and so much download synchronicities, and everything that you're saying makes so much sense. And it's, yeah, for me it can be hard to put words on it, but it's like, yeah, it's like almost viewing the world from above and just sometimes not really being in it, but it goes in and out of that state. So it's really interesting. And what you said also, it's so important that not only womb bearers do this work of, like, there has to be a balance, right? We like right now we're living in a perceived dual existence. So the work that the brothers do are really important, and I'm so happy to see so many conscious people out there, and that they're like you said, in the end what we're all longing back for is the mother, because in the physical experience, we were kept safe within the mother, and that's how we felt like at one with the creation. And then we get separated, and that's why what has happened to women is like the hurt from this false separation and the longing back, which leads to destructive behaviors and suppression. And it's like there is no enlightened person that would ever do things that has happened in like someone that had a healthy relationship with the Divine Mother would never hurt the embodiment of that. So it's really probably a longing back and within themselves, like reconnecting with that. So it's really beautiful that you are like giving the opportunity to both sisters and brothers to do this. So you have like these brother circles and sister circles, right?
Yeah. I'm feeling very blessed of that, and also because I there is with the the expansion of awareness. I think that's what you were actually talking about, Reen, when you talk about this dream, the synchronicity. It's when we enter this expanded awareness where everything is in the now. There's a new reality coming where there's no in and out. It just is. But what I feel that also been really in my own journey, my personal journey was very much, of course, of the healing journey up to a 0 point. But in this healing journey, that was for me was very much healing the wounds towards the masculine, and also really honoring the masculine in every way, in all his choices and everything that has been, and of course the feminine too. But that also mean that honoring like all the men that is and has been in my life, and the father to my children, and really learning love. And this is one thing that when we understand what honoring is, and we can really start to honoring one another, the men honoring the woman, the women honoring the men, and that is really the honoring of the mother and the father. So it's a very big part of the sharings or the spaces that I hold. And I also want to go back to a little bit about this cosmic sisterhood that we were talking about. That I feel many sisters out there may relate to, that also, as you said, Shreen, that has many incarnations before in Lemuria or Atlantis or whatever. But they are also the guardians of all the children. And that also brings me in, because I really want to share a little bit about it. That's another part of what I share here or hold, or also now taking another step, is something I call being a cosmic doula. And that's in how I feel and perceive also the cosmic mothers. Is it okay if I talk a bit about that?
Yes,
thank you. It's so much to share and talk about, and
I love it. Yeah, I want to hear about it.
And it's there is. I am so happy that this doula, doula love. I will not say it's like a profession, because it's really being in service especially now to the new children that is coming. And it's like expanding both doulas to bring life also to earth and also bring life from earth. I have a sister here that is now going into this called the death doula. That is also, it's all these transitions and passages of life. But I am holding this energy as the Divine Mother and let her energy go through me. So I also participate, or what you say, supporting women becoming mothers, women that are pregnant, in the journey into a soulful pregnancy, and also, of course, the becoming fathers, but I work mostly here with the women. And to have the connection, like in all dimensions, from the galactic dimensions down to the Mother Earth dimension. So I help women and also coming fathers to connect with their souls to their children. And you can also help to connect with the souls because it's like pre-birth agreements that the family have. So it can also help people connect with the soul that is coming later, that they're going to be pregnant with. And helping the mothers especially really walking on the journey, the pregnancy journey, to be very soulful and have the connection with the baby, the connection with the soul, and start to commune with the soul and get to know each other before the baby has come to earth in physical form. And then I've been in helping and supporting in sacred birth, also here in the temple, in the White Rose Temple. And that is one of the most beautiful, beyond words experiences I've had. And it's like when I talk about it, I get really, really deeply touched. To be in this holy, sacred space of a home birth, and together with the becoming mother and father, connecting with the soul group and the soul family of this child, of the baby, and bringing all down here into this physical space. So actually connecting, like it's like the soul family, it's almost like giving the baby into the physical family, the earth family of the mother and the father. So having this space of these beings of light supporting and holding and just supporting the mothers through all the birth, and like share, celebrate when the baby is entering the earth into the earth mother and father. So that connection is so special. And also the help in the birth, during the birth, to work with the energies of divine love and the energies of the cosmic Shakti and the earth Shakti to come and really help, so the birth can be very, very natural and orgasmic, blissful. This is so special and really beyond words, and I'm really honored to can be in that service for mother and father and child, to have the most beautiful space at the sacred birth.
Yeah, that sounds so magical, and yeah, it really like tingles in my body, because I'm really like I did my doula training last year, and the births that I've attended it's just so magical. And also giving prenatal yoga, like just being around these pregnant women. It's a different vibration, and it's the, like, also it's beautiful what you mentioned about the birth and death and rebirth and all of that, because it's now recently, as I've been in my nursing program, gotten the chance to work in a nursing home with men and women. They're 90 years and up, and a interesting part of the training is like, and we had this conversation this week in my class about death and what it is, and not just the physical. Like we my teacher spoke about this being very aware throughout that process is important. It's like I think there's a book called the Tibetan Death Book or something like that, and I just started really connecting, like, birth and death together. Like, it's so powerful, and why not? It's like we got into very essentials for, like, first of all, it's not just as birth is not taboo, why would death be so? And why are people scared of it? And also, how can we support those that are entering that phase instead of being scared and making it awkward for the person that is going through it? Because usually it's like that, and people are really not wanting to let go, so it becomes like this unnatural process, right? So I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. And you said, like, people don't want to let go. I just got this picture of, like all the becoming stiff, everything becomes so contracted when there's such deep attachment and the fear of the unknown. And that cycle of, like death and birth or rebirth is just this endless spiral of the circle, the cycle of life and in attunement. And it is so beautiful. And we, as you say, there's not natural here in the society anymore. We're not living together over generations. We have been very, very separate. Now there comes a lot of new community-like ways of living, and that's very, very beautiful. But there's so much wisdom here that is also held in this big cosmic womb, in this consciousness that we like talking about. It's not all the soul connections, and that is so beautiful. I'm just sitting here and smiling when I'm talking about it, because that is it's so beautiful, and really touched to all the different forms of life, as even a death can be so beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's as you said, it's not, I think now we are faced with those fears because there are no conversations about it, and we just like postpone it. But it's like if we wouldn't physically die, then something is wrong with us, actually. So it's like as natural as eating. It's and I think the attachment to the physical world, that is the issue, because we think that we are because of the physical world, but that's not true. We are just in it and experiencing it. And I think in these times it's really important.
And also there's like
to know.
what if we want to talk a big separation, because I know that you and many sisters and also brothers are very connecting or walking the way of love or path of love, and connected to the rose lineage or sisterhood of the rose. And if we talk about Anna, the grandmother of Yeshua, I don't know, they say that she was like 432 years old or something before she died. So it's also these concepts, these mental concepts that we have of everything. I so agree with you talking about the attachments, but there's also a lot of mental concepts and illusions that we need now to shift in a way. Yeah. And also thank you for sharing a little bit about your work, Shreen, because it's very, very beautiful what you're talking about. And also I really feel the vibration in the yoga room with the pregnant women, the becoming mothers, because there is a special frequency that is also, because I feel the beat or the pulse, the frequency is like when they're coming together, it co-creates like a great womb. And that's the pulse of the mother that is in the space.
Yeah, I love to sit in like a moon shape or a circle in that space, just because it's like, yeah, it creates like this amazing vibration, and it's really, yeah, it's really beautiful. And I also wanted to ask you, because you are doing priestess trainings. Maybe you want to share
Yes,
a little
thank
bit
you.
about that.
I would love to. Yes, I do. I think I just mentioned it here in the beginning. Right now, there is, like yesterday, when we moved through this star gateway, we're opening a new circle that is called Priestess of the New Earth, and the program is called the Cosmic Rose. And it is more, this program is 6 months of initiations, and it's initiations really of living higher consciousness, of embodying the feminine soul, expanding into pure awareness, and to shift to live in deeper service to Gaia and humanity. And it's an online training that is also supported by a physical retreat, or the last initiations is within a retreat. And it's really of entering the new and the soul embodiment, so you really can live a soulful life and share your uniqueness with the world in a way of, in a way of only beingness and being in service. So it is the really journey from what we call the 3D or 4D way of living into anchor yourself in the new timeline, in a fifth dimensional way of living. So for me, as I said here in the beginning, it's like the priestess is not a title or an archetype. It is the sparkle of creation that you're carrying within your soul. And I'm here to support and hold space for those women, the sisters, that is really feeling their calling and have the courage of really entering this new way, for embodying the new light codes that is coming in, and learning to live in ceremonial way of the sacred feminine. So it's women from all over the world that is coming together in a circle to support each other and help each other. And it's so beautiful, and I'm so deeply honored and touched by those women, and how it's a way of learning an everyday life. So you do not go in and out. I mean, many people, you can go to a retreat or a workshop or meditation center, or you sit and you come to this very beautiful space and in alignment. And then when you move out, or a few weeks after, you feel the consciousness is dropping. So this is really a deep, deep training where you need to be willing and have deep commitment and devotion to Goddess and to your soul, to have a conscious life in your everyday life. So it's really, 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 really beautiful, and I'm deeply honored to be a space holder for this beautiful, divine space of love. Yeah.
And that's beautiful. And I will share the link to your website in the podcast description as well, if people want to get in touch with you. And is it still
it is.
to join
We're
this training?
closing the doors in a couple of days, because there are a few women that is circling around, because it is a big commitment to your soul, to give this big, it is a big investment of your time, and also the willingness to shift everything, because it's really of stripping totally naked, dissolving, so the real you, the greater you, your greatest light can come out and shine in the world, and not in the way from the mind or what we think we're doing, but from this deep, deep soulful place. So I'm very grateful for that, Trine. And if I don't know if there's space, but you can also happily share the link. I just had a Zoom gathering with very beautiful women. It was kind of a powerful activation that came through. And I think I now understand, see that I haven't talked about that. What I do is I'm like a conduit of light codes and divine frequency of love to not channel, but transmit these energies into spaces, into other people. So I do very often activations and transmissions in different ways and share them. So I also have a YouTube channel. And anyway, within this Zoom call, it was just a few days ago, and it was so beautiful. I was so deeply touched of the women that was entering and gathering together. We are so connected. And there was an activation that came through that was really powerful. I had not planned to. I can never plan. I'm just open for what Goddess wants to I be the channel of. And it was a really deep activation of the golden diamond light pearl that we all are holding into our higher hearts. So it was an activation of your higher heart, and also you got connected with the golden dragons and also your own mother dragon, because everyone is having their own dragon tribe. We have so many helpers with us. So please share that, and also the contact information, and I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, if you wanna, I don't know, just have a talk, or just have a cup of coffee, or just have a laugh, or come to the temple, or join a circle, whatever, or just want to ask something, I'm here.
That's beautiful. And there's so much interesting things that you offer and share. So I'm sure many people will be interested to check that out. And I'm super grateful. And is there anything else you would like to share today?
I just want to share that be happy, because it's like we are here to have a life in ease and grace, and be happy and joyful, and to open up for a sacred sexuality and make love. It's like make love every day. Make love every day. It's really about that life, and that's, I think, what I want to say more. If there's any women around the Stockholm area, you're welcome to join us in our Sacred Sexual Rose Healing Temple evenings. And also I'm really honored to share this space together with you, Shreen, and all the sisters and brothers that will listen to this podcast. And thank you, beautiful sister, for being here and showing up, and for the love that you are spreading in the world. Thank you, Shreen. It's me thanking you for what you're doing. Yes, yes.
Oh, thank you, Camilla. You're so amazing, so much love, and yeah, I'm really happy to connect,
Yeah, I'm
and I'm
longing to
sure I'll
meet
see you
you, to
very
really,
soon.
yeah, to hug you and to feel you in flesh.
Yeah,
Yeah, and we will meet when the
I
time is right.
know.
And thank you so much. It's really been a pleasure, and there's so much to talk about. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm sure we will
Oh,
have more
oh, would love
conversation
to.
here on this podcast. So there will always be so much to share. Thank you so much. And yeah, thank you for
Thank you,
everything
Shreen.
that you've
Thank you.
shared.
And
It's
just
a
have a
blessing.
beautiful evening. Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, lovely being, for sharing this special time and occasion with me and Camilla. Thank you so much for having your presence here, and thank you for sharing your light with the world. I'm really grateful for all of you who are a part of this community, and just remember that everything we do within ourselves, we are creating in the world. So when you're healing, we're healing parts of the world as well. So I hope you can take the wisdom and knowledge that Camilla shares in this episode and let it integrate and see where it takes you on your path. And if you would like to read more and learn more about Camilla, you can find all of her links in the show notes for this episode. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Inhale. And exhale out through the mouth. And namaste.